Okay, let's do this again. So I actually remembered to put my thing in the fridge overnight. So, with any luck, this should be slightly less irritating to work on. Wouldn't that be nice? So, nice. In fairness, it doesn't look too bad. You just, yeah, even holding it up, looking down the blade, it's not too bad. Right. I am going to learn from my petty mistakes. I'm going to pull up a reference immediately. Okay. So, I'm definitely more okay with it than I was previously. I don't want to faff with this little bit real quick. Maybe I do so with this one. I don't want to blend this a bit. Oh, hell yeah, that's way nicer than trying to do it while it's all really friggin' soft. Epic. Okay. Yeah, this was an absolute stretch on my part. Nice. So, I wonder if I can finesse that slightly. And then it's going to be a lot of trying to check myself so I'm not spending ages on things that realistically don't matter that much. Because I want to try and get this sensible. Oh, hey. Yeah, that's fine. Nice to see you. I'm just going to be doing a lot of rambling anyway, as per. So, no worries. Always, always nice to see people. I'm getting to a decent point with this. It's now just kind of finessing stuff, you know? So, in fairness, I won't be here for that long either, because I do have work today. I'll be here for a bit, then I'll have to run away. So, a couple hours, kind of, sort of the best I'll be able to do today, I think. And then tomorrow, it depends, because I am busy in the afternoon. So I will probably be sorting a load of stuff out in the morning, because I've only got the one day before I'm back to work again, so it should be a bank holiday on Monday. It isn't where I work. but it's whatever. I'll just keep adding to this where I can. And then the next day, I actually have properly off. I need to be working on my main build, really. We'll see. Mainly one of those things I can just kind of do in little flower bursts. How thick are you? Too thick still. Okay. As far as catching streams, my plan is to have an actual schedule fairly soon. I've got plans in the works. Just going to be a matter of executing it, which realistically isn't going to be the case for another, well, for the whole of this month, really. So it'll be early next month. I should have a proper schedule in place, or I'll at least be trialing a proper schedule. So it should be easier to actually catch streams rather than me just going live with no warning at fairly random times, which is definitely the case currently. Okay, that's way better. I want to take this from there, maybe. I need to flatten it down as well. Maybe I'll do it slightly. I don't know, by the time I've maybe I'll leave it like that for now. This needs to go. Make it longer than I think it needs to be. And if I change things, I change. I basically need to make this ridge thicker. Ah, hey, how's it going? Can't really chat right now, but glad I can watch and see the awesomeness. That's very kind of you. There's not a lot to see at the minute, to be honest. Beyond me sort of faffing about and rambling. But that's kind of what all of this has been anyway, so oh well, I guess. You'll be pleased to know that I'm currently looping Umbra and reveling in the vibe. And I managed to find a YouTube short of someone playing the solo on guitar, which is enough information for me to probably teach myself. So that's pending. After hearing it and going, you know what? Yeah, I accept your challenge. So yeah, vibing this morning. a pleasant change. I think. Where do I want to take this? Might be higher up. Or like here, I think. Judging by the reference. This was meant to be a really quick project. You'd think I'd know myself well enough by now to know that that's never an option. Yet here we are. I do think I need to thin this out a bit though. Because at the minute, it's a little too thick. Just gotta fix the middle bit, because it's annoying me. This is very much my vice. Going into something like, oh, it's fine, I'll just, do something little, make it nice and quick and easy, blah, blah, blah. No, I can't help myself. I have to be painfully accurate. No good reason. But I accept that is part of my being and I'm unlikely to change it. So at this point, I am just rolling with it, really. That's way better. So I think what I'll do is the same with this one. Then up about. And if there's too much, I can always cut some away, so it's fine. Easier to do too much than to not do enough. So I choose to believe that's fine. This is going to be a pretty chill stream. Which I could go for, to be honest, because my work day yesterday was not it. Given the circumstances, I am markedly less bothered than I would usually be. So, oh well. Realistically, it matters not. Okay, that's better. That is better. I should look at it from here. That's a rough idea. Seems about right. I'll try and carefully. What's the most sensible way of approaching this, I wonder? Maybe with this. Yeah, that's better. I don't want to use the tool I usually would because it's like a tiny spoon. So it's got a curve on it. I'm trying to get straight lines. Not going to be ideal. While I'm doing this, let me add back into my viewfinder so I can see whether this is even in frame or not. If my idiot head gets in the way at some point, I can only apologize. trying to find the right angle for this. I can fill the gap first and make it look nice again after the fact. That's no biggie. Main thing is sorting undercuts. That's the important bit. Angles. What are angles? I think it'll be slightly easier on the other side. No, it might just remain awkward. Kind of having to hover with my arm as I'm doing it. That's whatever. That fills the gaps, so hopefully I can just run this along here and kind of sort of fix everything. Which it kind of does. Not too bad. Just scrape a bunch off of here. I'm not super pressed about it. Won't be the first time. Probably won't be the last. The main thing, I've added a little extra thickness to the whole thing. I was hoping this would be the easier side. I think I was wrong. Wasn't sure if my face was going to end up on cam. I don't think it is currently. Because my hair is a mess. So, you know, I'm not vaguely presentable. But then why would I be? Like, it's 2 in the morning. Objectively, what does it matter? Not be any easier. Kinda just have to do it from here. And I'll mess with it after the fact like I did on the other side. Just so long as everything's smushed in. Still trying to think about how best to mold and cast everything. think I'll probably try for the ballsier play. If it doesn't go well, then I've got the backup. Doing two halves. But ideally, it'd be nice if I could have one 2-part mold. We'll see. Depends how lucky I get. I mean, realistically, I could just do one mold. Make two, like, fast casts. Stick the halves together, and then mold that after the fact. That's an option. I might end up doing that. Either way, I have options. So, you know, see. See what I end up leaning toward. I feel like I'm missing a tiny bit in here. I'm gonna add that in real quick. Leaving this in the fridge overnight was definitely a smart move. It stops everything else from kind of moving with what I'm putting on top. Now, let me see if I can get away with I feel like that's going to be a better way of playing this. Definitely getting. check everything in relation. Reference, pretty sure it's slightly wider at one point, and then curves back in again. So I need to decide if it's kind of hard to tell on this, to be honest. Before I get obsessive over this again, to make sure it's even the right shape. So it does bow out slightly past this point, so sort of in here, I think. Up here somewhere. It's hard to tell. Okay. And no biggie. We'll try and flatten this out real quick. That's better. Be fairly careful with this thing, because if I dig in too much, I'm just going to rip away chunks. I don't want that. I want it to be vaguely level. Which it doesn't seem to be along here for some reason. Or if I can fix that just by sort of smushing it. Not particularly. Is it noticeable? Not from here. Let's see. I can just try and flatten everything out a bit. Still need to figure out where it bows out again. Point is mostly okay, to be honest. And I can live with that. Does trying to figure out exactly where is. Fairness, I can probably measure it. I saved the original reference I made. I probably did because I died still. So oh, there it is. don't have many files to look through. Not on this laptop. I wiped it all just so I could use it for stream. So actually, not the end of the world. And I must parts of this that I can use just to trace this middle bit. Yeah, I can use that. Where are my... There they are. Crappy scissors that don't cut most things. But they will cut this. Oh, it's fine. Let me do the smart thing here. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this light off for a second so I can actually use my laptop as a light box. Just gonna try and sketch this out. Probably help if I got a pen that worked. I'm just looking for a rough idea, in fairness. So I am not a visualizer. I have to see a thing to know how a thing works. That is just the way that I am. This is going to be interesting. I feel like I keep sliding with this as well. It is not helping my cause, particularly. Doing this bit's gonna suck. There's always the bit that's gonna suck. There's a lot of extra detail in this middle section. And that kind of helps. At least now I have a rough idea where that very middle is. Maybe. maybe that's kind of it. Don't know why I've gone off at a weird angle on this left-hand side and not on the other one. So, take a look at that. Oh, it's because I'm just following the wrong line down there. It's fine. Just looking at the wrong line. Be this one. I say that's then kind of sort of the whole thing-ish. Right, swing it. My terrible, terrible scissors. Damn it. Okay. In fairness, which side has come out better? Probably this side. Okay. Tempted to fold it in half, but also it then becomes a pain. Again, so probably just not. I'm not looking necessarily to do this to the exact. Just kind of want to know what I'm meant to be doing with my life. It would help if it was all, you know, the same. I think for now I'll just make do with what I've got. Better than having no idea. That's not actually far off. Alright, good for me. It's reasonably impressed with that. As guesses go, pretty good. Alright. Oh, to be specific with that. About that. Ignoring that this isn't a thing. I feel like it's going to get distracting if I don't cut this off somewhere. I'm going to keep trying to match it up to that edge like it's straight, and it's not. Never was. So, feel better about that. Okay, progress. Or at least, you know, more useful. So, now that I have a thing, I have some idea as to what I'm actually working with. Not that far. As far as that bit where it bows out slightly, I think it's just in there. So let me roll out another thing. tiny bit. I'll be annoyed if I don't. So where do I need to add that then? Here-ish. Objectively, I could just measure it wherever I put my tape measure. It's down here now. So on here, it starts to bow out roughly from 4 sims to 8 from the tip of this, yes. From 4 to 8. Not far off where I put it. Not far off. Down slightly. From 4 to about 8, so it's just a tiny section. Jeez, okay. Actually, I want to be smarter with this. I take it from here and just mark it either side. Let's say here, here, go here, here. I just got to make that go out slightly. That's all. That's fine. Be slightly thicker than that, actually. Some of these left. Smush all of them. That and that. It's a good one. This one, the same sort of width. Anyway, be slightly thinner. It's too short though. Off further than I think I need to. Maybe slightly, so. A bit off here. Not a bad guess. It's not bad. Right. That then hopefully would be where it bows out slightly. And this I should be able to get away with doing with the spoony thing. I need to use the straight one because it's a straighter edge. leave that bit is as much as possible. I think I do need to use the spoony thing for this, because I'm meant to curve here. Yeah, that's better. And just fix everything afterwards. I'm really hoping that work today is going to be pretty chill. Weekends usually are nicer because there's a distinct lack of management to ruin my day. I'm hoping that actually today is pretty okay. I'm thinking I need to double check how much holiday I've got left. Unfortunately, I don't get full year's worth built up over the year. So I would get like 20 something days total. But that kind of gets dished out as you serve your time, I suppose. It seems pretty alright. And I do the same this side. Joining things with the spoon is easier. Straight edges are a thing. So I have to be vaguely savvy with that. But in fairness, I'm pretty sure this whole thing is too high. I'm still gonna have to shave it down a whole bunch. But realistically, does it actually matter that much? Not. It's more accurate. It actually is. But I'm gonna have to add a little bit, I think. In fairness, I can afford to take some of that away. So let me just grab some of that. That's what I mean about it's way easier to put too much on and then just scrape a bunch off than it is to not put on enough. Then it becomes a whole thing. I still need to get rid of a bunch of this because it's too high in relation to everything else. It's meant to be embedded, really. So I'd shaved everything down originally because the blade was just going to be like cartoonishly thick if I didn't. I think I just need to break a bunch of this down. Considerably flatter. On the actual dagger itself, it is just sort of embedded in there. Which makes things a little more difficult. Hmm. Sticks out too much. We deal with that first. Not have little bits sticking to everything. That would be ideal. Let's see if I can fix this side as well. Yes, it absolutely bows out slightly, but slight is the operative word. You know, I had a mate fill in stream yesterday. They described my commentary as yapping. I think that was honestly the kindest thing they could have said. It so is. I don't know, I'm in the zone. No. Every now and then I'd snap back to reality and go, oh yeah, no, I am just yapping. I've concluded that is better than not yapping. So, you know. I was half expecting them to rock up this morning stream, but I don't know what time zones are like where they are currently. They've just gone on holiday, so I feel generally better about it. I say, on the actual dagger, it is embedded. So I'm thinking I may have to do something fairly drastic. Which is a premise I'm not a massive fan of. It's not really my style. But also, if I've come this far, I'm trying to be accurate with it. I'm kind of inclined to just, continue that. Let me hold it up and have a look for a sec. Okay, that's better, but that then bows slightly in one direction. I think what I can afford to do is have it so that this is as tall as it gets, and then just build up around it so that it is still embedded in the thing. I think that's how I play that. That's what I need to do. Yeah. I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to tidy up some of the random shavings I picked out because they're really annoying. Can only exist in chaos for so long. Or I have to kind of fix it. There's so much crud everywhere. I think I'll tidy up these little bits. Go breathe more water. Then come back, look at it, fresh eyes, etc. And see whether I still feel the same way as I'm pretty sure I currently do. So, let me go deal with that real quick, and then I'll be back. water retrieved. Come back. So, looking at this, and I preference. This sticks out more than this does. Sides also stick out, and it all kind of tapers in. So I think if I build up from the middle around this bit, it's going to be hard, but I think I need to. So if I take a chunk of this, have a think, because it basically needs to go out. And it's not dissimilar to what I currently have. Maybe if I just build this bit back up slightly. Maybe that's all I actually need to end up doing. Let's see. Maybe that's all it will take. I have something like this. That up in there. Put this down. Was in up here. Brought that round. Down and tapered it, then maybe. Also needs to be pretty flat. Maybe if I do that, take this. One of these. Something more akin to that. Well, then at that point, is it going to be easier to just cut something? Probably, right? Okay. Okay. Do that then. Knowing that it's going to be roughly this, use that as a guide of sorts. And I will try to roll something out flat and then cut from it. I think that's going to be the best way to go about this. How long I can get this, I suppose. Fairly. Fairly, but is it going to be thick enough? Question. I just give it one of these. Hoping that's then reasonably even. I mean, I can feel that it isn't. Better. Might be just about long enough. It's the right sort of thickness, so let's just say, hypothetically, I were to here. That's what I need from. Don't know whether I'm going to be able to blag this a whole bunch, to be honest. Let's say I did something to that effect, and then said screw it. Let's say something like that. Something to that effect, maybe. Not crazy far off. Also afford to make it slightly flatter. So I may as well try. Might be able to get this to do something. To cut away. Looking at this sort of around here, about here. Around there. Maybe even slightly more than that. It's gonna be easier. Up. It's better. What I'm wondering is if I take that straight edge and use that, it could nicer, right? lose-lose for that. Then I can make it look nice. The thing is, that's it. I do still have to punch. That's not the end of the world. I'm not going to need a load of it's going to be not that much. The it follows blades out where it gets that, it kind of goes out like that. Yeah, out like that, and it follows this. Okay, okay. That's better. I can cut something similar to this from this. There's that. And cut something in that sort of vein. It's always going to be a pain in the ass. That's kind of closer to what that needs to be anyway. I'm not super pressed on that, because this one actually doesn't need that bit. Already like that. This does need that bit. Definitely needs to be. So let me do that real quick. Be even flatter. Okay. If rolling it, it's just pulls it up. Yeah. I can shave that down afterwards, in fairness. That's not such a big deal. It definitely needs to be flatter, so definitely better as far as width. I'm gonna have to take a lot off this edge. Fine. Cutting this sucks. Nothing to grip onto. That's better. Plays out. That looks better. That I don't mind. This one, similar sort of sitch. I will just have to try and make points straighter, which is fine. I can do that. That I think actually fix a lot of what was bothering me. Yeah. Right. I'm okay with those. So let me stick them on here. Wherever my thing has gone. This one. I'm trying to angle it so I can actually see what I'm doing. Keep forgetting it's a weekend. Time 3:30. Okay, that's fine. Just because it is a weekend, I want to make sure that I get to work early so I can open the building. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with the time. But it shouldn't be a problem. That's closer to what I want. Or down. And if I can just try to plan this bit out. was, where is my this? I'm then more okay with how that sits. Still gonna have to taper it. If I can get both sides to the same point first, I'm less likely to forget how I did everything. Do the same with this side. Already pretty well integrated up here, so that's fine. Did the extra along here. This whole thing has taken so much longer than it was meant to. Well, at least I only have to do it once. It means I get to play around with some resins. That's pretty cool. That's some stuff I haven't used before. This. And even this out a bit. A minute. And I think I can taper this. I will have a better time. Same stick on this side. That is much too high, but then it gets better over here. Actually, or the worst. I need to not lose this line along here. So, got a ruler. Do I just take this? Don't think I can. I do this instead. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to lose that line. That would be annoying. Try and taper this one off. Similar angle. One on the other side. Try not to get lost in mess again. That's not too bad. Keep throwing them. Oh, you are here. I wondered if you'd show up. Not sure how time zones work, so you know it. Yeah. It's 1:45. Why are you like this? Why would you do this? What's the purpose? I don't know, I just woke up. So you woke up, and because you're permanently on your phone, you saw I was live and went, you know what? Rather than just sleep, I will go and spectate a yap fest. I question your choices, objectively. Well, maybe. You want to get your priorities sorted. Not least your uni stuff. I'd usually put YouTube on and go back to sleep, but this is more fun, and also I've woken up earlier than this the last 3 days, so it's now my body clock, I guess. It does get to that point. Definitely gets to that point. Well, I'm gonna have to duck out in a fairly strict fashion, because I gotta make sure I can get my shit together before work, so I won't be here for a hell of a lot longer. Besides, I'll be napping all day by the pool. Yeah, yeah, well, can't relate, to be honest. Cannot relate. Let me reinstate this line. Not having it here is upsetting me. saw your Snapchat message. Yeah. Yesterday sucked. Just, just really sucked. No, Blue wouldn't have been on shift anyway, but be hella thankful that you were not in yesterday. Yeah, right. That thing with Gary and the pumps would have been my 13th reason. Yeah, it was. I made the mistake of relaying this information to Amy. She was. She was irate. I said to her, like, hey, how do I respond to this without being a dick? And she was like, be a dick, you're leaving. The only appropriate response, yeah. Oh, great. Just, that little injection of humor that I definitely required at the time. The most valid opinion, yeah. Gotta love her. He knows what's up. He absolutely knows what's up. An email from LinkedIn saying congratulations to Chris for 13 years. Oh my god. Um, jeez. Stop with your age shit, okay? 13 years ago you were 8. Good for you. Okay? Good for you. I need to think about how old I was. Hmm. I was 15. That I hate that that's a thing. Horrifying. In my brain I should be like 10 or something. No. Nope, I was a whole 15 apparently. God. It's genuinely unfun. It makes me laugh though, but then good for you. Glad you think it's funny. So how's the project going? It is definitely going. I'm just trying to even everything up a bit for the minute. It's a little bit wonky. But the trouble with me is I keep finding things that I want to fix. It's like, oh, but this isn't quite this, and this should be a little bit more like that. So I'm looking at this like, am I ever going to finish this? This was meant to be like a couple of days worth of sculpting and then just molding, casting, having a thing. No, no, not even close. It's still going. It's ridiculous. But, you know, I'm blindness, so I can't say I'm particularly surprised. I'm just like, I really thought I could, but then I think I can manage every time. That's the whole point of it being a part of a disability, is that I literally can't help it. It's always a thing. So yeah, I I tricked myself again, basically. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? That's my life. Sometimes you got to let there be imperfections, yes, but also if I'm gonna do a thing, I only want to do it once. You know, do it once, do it right the first time. That's my take. You know, the outer one. I can't tell anymore. Also, want to be able to support my wrist while I'm doing this. Stuff like this is generally unfun. See, it just becomes wonky. Let me do this the way I did it earlier. Just with this. This worked out way better for some reason. Yeah, I'll just use this every time. As I can always see roughly where I'm supposed to be going. That's way out. Okay, awesome. Not there. But then it's straight a bit, and then it ceases to be straight, and then it's this bit that I've messed up. This is why I didn't want to lose this line, because then I have no idea where I'm going with it. That side's okay. I'll need to put something in under here. Looking good from what I can see. Yes, because it's from a distance. It always looks good from a distance. Distance is a lie. Right, this is definitely a thing. is, and then it comes out further. So more like this. Okay, that's better. It's definitely better. I'm inclined to roll with that. I think I'll just accept that this middle bit is not accurate. The rest of it seems to be pretty okay. So and then need to make this gap wider. I think I'll do with this. The safer bet. That's okay. Yes, yes, I know the original line is there, but also times change. Fix that later. Okay, knowing that, can I get away with these suckers? Fairly definite guide. Yes, I can. Okay, okay. Better lots of water. Finally, making progress that I'm reasonably okay with. That looks considerably more like the thing. But it is 4 a.m. I said to myself I'd need to leave at 4. So all the stuff I need to do next is fairly substantial. That's the issue. Because I'm going to have to mess with stuff in here next. I think if I can just take off a little bit from here. And it can be less distracting. Future me. Check what the weather's doing this morning. In fairness, it's cold enough for me to walk quickly. I can get away with staying for another 20 minutes. That's an option. Let me quickly check the weather. And then probably make bad decisions. Ah, okay. I can walk quickly. I can stay another 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. Alright. And I really, really, really want to add more on here. That's what I want to do next. So, I elect to do so. so much crap everywhere. How level is everything? Really not the worst. From what I can tell. Really not the worst. Right. Because what I want to do is get a decent taper from here down to that. So yeah, this and definitely afford to do more like that. And if I can get the same sort of thing going, whack it on the other side, then we'll finally be making good progress. Okay. I can totally get these put in before I have to leave. That is totally a thing I can do. Probably only going to need this much, it's fine. Looks like the right sort of thing. Pinched off down. I think this needs to come greater. I can fit this closer. 84. That can fix that. I did leave this in the fridge overnight in the end, so that helped initially, but still getting loads of crud stuck to it. Super annoying. chat's disconnecting. Epic. I haven't missed anything, it's fine. That's probably fine. Love it when I don't get signal out here. That's my favorite. Okay, that's better. Fine. Fix this a little. Do I have anything thicker? Well, this, I suppose. Get away with this. Then I end up with those crappy bits along the top. Is what I didn't want to have to deal with. But here we are. I end up having to deal with that in post. I think maybe what I'll do is what I theorized at the beginning of the stream. And I think I will make one mold of this, cast it in polyurethane resin twice, then stick the two halves together, sand everything, make it look real nice, and then mold that as a two-part mold. I think that is going to be the smartest way of handling this, to be honest. Hopefully I can then fit this on here closer, which I can. Okay. I'm then going to smooth that down onto there. And yeah, that should then be fine. All these little bits of crap everywhere. I don't know. I mean, in fairness, I might be able to find time for some of this tomorrow. Maybe. But I do have a load of other stuff I need to get done. Because I'm out in the afternoon for D&D, so... yeah. If all other obligations are seen to, then I can try and do some more to this tomorrow before I go out. Lucky. going to get rid of that line. That's the thing. I'm thinking what I'll do instead is take this, get rid of top line. And a similar sort of stitch the other side. Hopefully I'll then be happier with the overall thing. Better, I think. If I go through and that's this, I'll feel better about it. Well, this bit. Definitely getting there. Accidentally anything. Definitely looking a whole lot better. Just flatten this bit off. Okay. That's then much more integrated, which is decent. I'm okay with that. I'm going to stretch my back out. Jeez. Always the lower back. Let me do the other side. And then with any luck, I should still be able to get to work on time. That'd be nice. In fairness, I don't know what time Dan will be in today. I don't know what time I'll be leaving today. It depends. I'm so intently focused on trying to do this quickly. It's so not what I'm about. Right. Now I have to try and get off a bunch of this. Let's come down lower. Going to sleep now, but it's looking amazing. Sorry I couldn't chat again, but I love seeing your creations come together. Can't wait to see everything when it's done. Good night. Thank you. I apologize for my distinct lack of decent commentary, as always. But I'm glad you're liking the way things are going. I'm pretty okay with it at this point. That's probably the best I will ever talk about anything I make. So let's roll with it. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hope you've been enjoying just kind of sleepily vibing, and I'll catch you in a bit. Potentially tomorrow, but we'll see you. You're lucky I get. See how late I end up staying at work today, and whether I'm able to justify ducking out and going to bed. Tends to be what determines these things. Might be able to get easily like this. I prioritize that. Cut around it after. It's yeah. 25. I can. It starts getting dangerous. I can hang till 1/2 past. Fairness. Almost at a stage I'm actually quite happy with. Rapidly approaching that stage. Let's go closer, warmer. Always find something. Maybe I need to heed that a little and walk away. Especially given the time. I need to go and have a shower, yada yada. Before I head out. So if I'm planning to do a polyurethane iteration first, I can always iron out the creases. As long as the main bits are covered, any bits that would be a ball ache to sand are ended with. I don't know why this side has decided to be annoying. Honestly, not that bad. Ah, my back. He's gonna go ahead and put my palms flat on the floor in front of me. So I'm gonna walk away from this in a second. I'm gonna leave it in the fridge again. Hopefully, I'll have time to look at it tomorrow morning. If I can do something. I know what, but maybe I'll have time to do something. As things stand, it's not looking horrendous. Got to do all the annoying little detail bits right down the middle. Jeez. Of course. Of course I do. Every time I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm happy with that. I remember, it's not it though. It's not everything. It's, it's so much more. It's taken me this long just to do this. Sure, that'll be fine. But I think having a polyurethane version is gonna save me a fair amount of hassle around having to make sure everything is definitely perfectly smooth. Not that that's going to stop me trying, but it means that if there are things that are slightly lumpy, I can fix them in post. So whatever. Main thing is, I have sorted most of this bit. I'm getting too fussy with it again. So, need to not because I need to leave. Okay, I'm gonna have to call it for now. I'm gonna have to call it for now. Call it, walk away, leave it in the fridge, yada yada. As things go, this is now what I am working with. So you can see what I mean about things being kind of lumpy. There's not a hell of a lot I can do to fix that. But once I have a cast, I can sand it. So yeah, it's pretty thin, which is nice because I didn't want it to be too clunky. It's still going to end up being much thicker than an actual blade, which means that as far as like permissible props for events, it'll be completely fine. Which is kind of sort of what actually matters. There's no point in having these things if you can't use them anywhere. So that's fine. These are all things I need to not be fapping with right now. Right. Drop the thing, walk away. Good grief. Okay. I have stayed here much longer than I was supposed to. So I'm going to run away. And yeah, maybe I'll be back doing this again tomorrow, but I genuinely have no idea. I can guarantee nothing. Hopefully. So yeah. Either way, I'll be back at this soon. Should be. So I'll see you guys when I see you, really. Peace out.